I'm pulling it out right now. Pause. What is going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in today's video. If you haven't watched the last one, we purchased a new car and it so happens to be another TSX. So please go check out the last video. It means a lot. Y'all's support has been great and I greatly appreciate it as always. 3 the merrier, right? Or whatever people say, you know, shit like that. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what you should do when you first buy your Acura Tsx or just kind of a car in general. This is like for the TSXs because, you know, we got another one. Last night, all I did was kind of like look up underneath, kind of cleaned up some oil residue and stuff that is sitting on the subframe. Axle boots kind of ripped, so grease kind of sput around everywhere. I cleaned up a lot. It's a little bit cleaner up underneath, and thankfully this chassis, literally not that much rust. There's really not much rust anywhere. For almost being 200,000 miles, there's really not shit. So that's really the good part about this chassis. The body portion, maybe I'll be able to repaint it myself, or we, you know, bondo the dents and shit like that, and then we wrap it. I don't know. There's lots to learn and do and consider. What I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna detail the engine bay really quick, get some degreaser up in there, scuff up around, and then get the pressure washer. Get up any more caked on grime and grut, kind of get that agitated and sprayed away. Got the battery just kind of covered a little bit, and then the alternator. But I got my compressor going. I'm just gonna spray the water with air and get it dissipated and kind of dry it up quicker. Trying to clean up everything, get it a little bit less oily, and kind of see where things are coming from. I do have some things coming, so should be coming today. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do. I need to bleed the clutch system because you can see it's a little dark. Just check your fluids, y'all. Coolant, you know, we got the Honda radiator right here. I don't know if I might have to swap it out or not. Looks a little crusty, but let's see if it leaks or does any overheating or anything like that. And hopefully not, you know, God forbid. Let me just start spraying down, get this degreased and cleaned up, and then we'll go from there. What I like to do is just kind of clean things up, get all the grime, any, you know, oil, whatever out the way. So you also can see where things are coming from, assess, replace. I do have the whole valve cover gasket kit coming with valve cover, the coil seals, the VTEC solenoid, I think front strainer over here as well. So if me bleeding the power steering pump like I was just doing earlier doesn't work, then I might have to replace the pump, and hopefully that fixes the issue. But yeah, let me just spray this down, just get this thing cleaned up. Now I'm gonna check up underneath, do a little bit of sprays. Now we grab the air and start spraying sprays. Anyone got a new cover? Let me know. Alright guys, so now that I have the engine bay decently clean, you know, a lot of grime and dustiness got cleaned up. Now I'm just going over and writing down like a little checklist of things that I'm seeing that I may do, may not do, maybe it's necessary, maybe it's not, maybe I get around to it kind of thing. So I'm just writing it down, and there's some things that need to get done more than others. I'm just doing that, you know, preventive maintenance kind of thing, and just, you know, my own safekeeping in my own head. It's also good to do for your cars in general and the TSXs, so I'm just going through a couple things. That's that for right now. Woo. So we're just doing an oil change right quick. And definitely needed because that shit is dark. So guys, that is another thing you want to get done with your car. It's just do an oil change. It's not that expensive, you know. Go to Walmart, get your cheapest oil, do your oil change. You know, it's just preventive safekeeping. This is basically at 200,000 miles, so that's why I'm doing the oil change. This thing was definitely needed because that shit is dark as fuck. And it's funny because it's like when I pulled out the dipstick, it didn't look that dark. All right, y'all. So I didn't show you, but yeah, that oil. Well, I did show you the oil. It was dark as dude. Like that. yeah, it was scary. So I'm definitely gonna do spark plugs and do all the other preventive maintenance that I feel like may be necessary. I just want to show you guys, I got a OEM Honda filter on there. And guess where I bought it from? Yes. I got it from Walmart. Comes in this packaging. That's the part number. Who knew? I was trying to get something else, I think a Mobile One or something, and they're out of that. And then I was looking around and my girl's seen the OEM Honda one. 10 bucks or something? I don't know, but yeah. And then we got this, which was on sale. My head is throbbing, all this heat, and you see all the sweating, like my head is just throbbing. Explain to the people what we're doing today.
All right, we're gonna bleed the clutch. So what we need is this thingy. And this thingy.
All right, those thingies.
Then you need a person and another person so I can hop in and press on that shit a few times, you know? And yeah.
Little
and
pump,
that's how
pump
the
action.
girlfriend explains it.
You gotta use the thingies and, you know, do some pump action.
And 8 mil.
Yeah, and get your 8 mil. And your brake fluid. So last night we left off with doing the oil change, and your boy's head was throbbing and stuff, so I was like, dude, I don't know, the heat maybe was getting to me, I don't know.
It was really like muggy and stuff.
Yeah, it was like super humid, and it's gonna storm here in a little bit. The oil was fucking dark as hell. I don't know when the last time it was changed. To be honest, we changed it, now it's fresh, and the car feels so much better, like so much smoother and like peppier. It feels like it has, you know, a little bit of a reflash to it.
Before
So
it wasn't. I was
yeah,
wondering.
it felt like just sluggish. So I'm gonna try my best to get through the fluids. So as you can see, that fluid is pretty dark as well. So for being a stage 1 clutch, it was pretty stiff. It is still pretty stiff, so hopefully bleeding this and all that is gonna help out. Yeah, just go from there. So now that we got this pump hooked up, it's nice and snug in there, with some new hoses, so it's not like loosey-goosey. Let's loosen this up. We got it to crack open. That was kind of a pain. Always something, right? Let's see if I need to free it a little bit more, and then we'll get to pumping. It's pretty loose. I don't know if this one's the dud. So hold on, let's see if we got another pump, because it seems like it's not building pressure or doing anything. So we do have a newer one. Shout out to my boot. This is why I love her, and we need her more around here, because like I be forgetful. I knew there was something up, you know. I knew this shit was not it.
You know I'm always on Amazon.
Always buying the useful gadgets. I go fucking break it, bro. Damn, son, what the fuck? That's funny.
Whoa. That's disgusting.
I'm just, it sounded like I spit, but I didn't actually do it. There we go. See? I don't know if y'all will be able to see it or not. But y'all, this fluid is dark as fuck too. See, this is why I have to do like, basically like an all-around fluid flush. And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Once you get a new car, you just want to have this preventive maintenance on your end. Oh shit. So you know what's done and it's gonna be good. Look at this fluid, y'all. That's what I mean. Just needs the RISH love. Look at that, y'all. Like the oil. So I let the reservoir just go dry because I wanted to wipe down up in this reservoir cap. It's like, look at this, y'all. That's basically how the fluid was looking and the condition inside the reservoir. So that's why we're just doing the entire flush. I'm gonna rebleed it. So now you ask your girl, hey babe, you mind going to the driver's seat? So now she could do her pumping action, you know? We ran it through quite a bit of times and then color came back, you know how it comes out the bottle. Now we're just gonna do some pump action and try to, I don't know, do it that way so pressure gets built how it should. I feel like it will make the clutch a little less stiff for a stage 1. So guys, as you could probably see, the color looks so much lighter in there, it looks so much better. Sprayed some lithium grease right there on the ball joint of that slave. that goes to the clutch fork so it could stop squeaking, and the clutch feels so much better. Like, it springs and feels smoother and not as heavy, because it was just kind of feeling a little jank, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this is way too stiff to be a stage 1, but now I'm like, yeah, I'll see. It just springs back nicely. It's nothing crazy, so we're gonna drain the transmission fluid. Seems like I'm gonna have to go through all these fluids because, yeah, it hasn't been done in a while. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I got for transmission fluid to maybe help the second gear situation. At lower RPMs, like I said, it kind of likes to pop out, like I hit a bump or the car, you know, bogs a little bit because of the stiffer mounts. At like lower speeds, it just seems to just kind of like float out of second gear. And someone mentioned like synchro spring and stuff like that, but we're gonna do like a little preventive thing because I gotta drain the fluid anyway. I'm gonna replace it with AC Delco synchro mesh transmission fluid. This should help with the whole synchro situation potentially. All the Honda boys, everyone recommends it to go with the GM one, or there's a few options like the GM, the Pennzoil, I believe. There's a few different options for it, but this one's, you know, highly recommended as well, so I'm just go with that and see what happens. So let me jack the car up and just get to that real quick. All right, got the car jacked up. Got my passenger princess looking on board, supporting. Let's get this wheel off so we get up in the area of the drain and fill plug. Drain it and get it going. I know there's a way you can do it through the shifter selector area, some plug, but there's too much shit in the way and all that. I feel like this way is easier for me. So we got the wheel off, and you guys could look up in here, just kind of like the condition of everything. Transmission mounts seem to be okay. Could be replaced in a little while. Looks like I need new control arms. I was kind of expecting that. You could tell at some point it had some wheels and was lowered and all that, hence why the rear quarters was rolled. At least it's got some slotted rotors here, but they're kind of a little bit pulsating, so I'm probably gonna have to eventually do the brakes here. The pads seem like they're decently new or have, you know, some thickness to it, so it'll probably be all right. Definitely look like I need some upper control arms. Basically, like, you know, you see it wasn't touched for a little while, whatever, and all the cobweb. So we just kind of have to do a front end refresh with suspension stuff, whatever I can. Find, you know, some deals, try to make it budget friendly in a sense, but also get some decent quality stuff. Not like some kit off eBay that's like whole front end suspension for 80 bucks type shit, you know, because it's not gonna feel that great. Alright, so we're underneath here. Alright, just wanted to break that washer free so it comes on with the bolt. Got to buy another washer bolt or anything for this, but it'll be alright. They don't look too bad. It looks honestly like washer's newer and whatnot. This fluid still looks, I don't know, kind of gunky. Not gunky, but just like real grayish, misty, so I mean it could be replaced regardless. Here we have the transmission fluid. It is a little bit sparkly, which, I mean, it really necessarily isn't a bad thing, but there's quite a bit of sparkle up in there. I mean, there'll be some grind in that second gear, man. The second gear is a bit crucial. I'm gonna be replacing it with this stuff right here. Bought it from Amazon, so I mean it should be the real deal, I believe. All right, y'all, we're at this point. I got it fitted in there. Let me show y'all. You can see it's routed down into there, just sitting. And I'm gonna just start pouring. Hopefully it goes all well, because I don't have my girl here. She ran inside, so I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna keep going until I start pouring out that fill plug. And yeah, that's kind of how I usually do it. It seems to work out. I took another hit from cracking open that fill plug, bro. That shit was hard as hell. First I tried it with a wrench and that shit was not budging. Like, it was not going, barely had any room for that. So I came in with all the extensions, you know, you see, and the big 1/2-inch ratchet. Shit was not going. Came in with a breaker bar. Yeah, I finally got it to, wow, punch, like I must have sliced myself and then punched myself. I clocked myself in the jaw. But yeah, we all right, man. It's like, are you really fixing your car if you don't hurt yourself or draw a little bit of blood? You know, is it really love? Is it the RISH love? If you don't hurt yourself a little bit, man. We're bonding. This is bond. Blood bond. This fucking transmission fluid is sickening. It smells so bad. So guys, overall, with the oil change, the trans fluid, all of that, you know, it's feeling so much smoother. Clutch is a lot less stiff. It doesn't feel weird, like it's just kind of resisting. Now it feels much smoother. Just need to get some spark plugs to just help the pep and make it feel even that much better. And then all the other little things like the power steering pump, I'm gonna have to replace. Yep, on to the next. All right guys, so in good standing, and I feel like it would be kind of reckless for me not to do something with the TSX already, like, you know, mod wise. What do you guys think I'm doing to the car already? Drop your comments down below. What do you think it is? I got it. I'm gonna pull it out right now. Pause. Chill. I can't do that on here. Boom. I got some Teen Flag Z's that I picked up that have been sitting on the shelves for a couple months now. I got it for a great deal for like, I don't know, like 400 bucks. You already know, man, I can't leave it alone. I have to do something with the car, like the stock ride height, monster trucking, man, I can't do it. The stock wheels are, you know, powder coated white, so I just have to clean it up and stuff, and maybe it'll look pretty good. So guys, it is like getting close to be 11 p.m. Surely enough, you know, you run into a little bit of things that hold you up, and it just adds on more and more time. And all I got time for was to get the fronts on. And I didn't do the rears. And I dropped the rear already. So you see. Big old gap, dude. I'm about to be slammed in the front compared to the back. But it's like, dude, I can only go for so long because, you know, I gotta go to work tomorrow and I gotta make sure the car is able to drive so I can go to work and my appointments tomorrow. And yeah, let's drop this and see how this looks. I got fucking plenty of room. We're back after work finally. We are back with the TSX. I left off with just doing the front suspension, and then when I drove yesterday, I heard a crazy noise coming from the passenger side. I had to drive to work like that too. You know, those sounded bad. You hear that? So that sounds horrible with me just spinning it. Imagine driving the car, bro. It sounded so loud. It would be irresponsible of me, you know, not to steal parts from the other TSXs, since I have 3 of them, you know. That's what it's here for, you know, borrow parts and then swap it out. Then all I had to do is just buy more wheel bearings and ball joints and get that done and call it a day. And then I'll have a whole lineup of the knuckles and all things refresh with Sankey 555s, and then maybe Timken or something, wheel bearings, I don't know, I'd have to see, but I know Timken's pretty good. So let me pull that out, put this in, and then we'll see about, shut up, please! And we'll see about, you know, doing the rear coilovers, because, yeah, I mean, your boy's like reverse squatting. This one, y'all hear, makes no noise. That's my bad. That's something I should have checked yesterday, but I was kind of just like, all right, let me get this done. Let me try to just get this front end done, because your boy gotta go to work. Yeah, let me go get some brake cleaner and spray some shit, and then zip this all together and adjust the coil height again. So guys, we are back finally, finishing up the rear on the TSX. Drove 2 days like this, just didn't have enough time. Here we are. I got this side in already over here. And I'm just gonna show you guys one side really quick. So I'll just give you a quick breakdown on how to install your rear coilover. So you wanna start with coming in the rear right here, popping off this panel, which is held by a 10 mil. This will be down over here. It'll be bolted in right there. So the 10 mil, and then literally push it up and it pulls out. And then you have your two 14 mils, or you know, if you have different other bolts, I have 14 mil and a 17 mil on that side, but two 14 mils right here. You want to at least break those free, get those loose for you. And then you want to come down here, and you see this bracket right here that's holding on to the sway bar end link, and you know, connect to the sway bar and the strut right here. You want to take off the 14 mil that's on this side. And then you're gonna come over here and take off the 17 mil. I'm gonna zip that off really quick. Lose that. Let's try to knock this. Got the bolt out. So now we're just gonna go loosen up over there. Your two 14 mils. Boom. And off. Eventually, it seems like I may have to switch up these lower bushings. It'll be alright. Slipping this in here. After some struggling, and not gonna lie, banged this, you know, once or twice, a couple times. Maybe in the future we're gonna get this car wrapped. If we're gonna wrap the car, what color should we do down below? Should it be like a popping color, something crazy, you know, flashy, or should it be something, you know, chill, but you know, it's a nice color, kind of stands out? I don't know, like blue's been speaking my name because, you know, this is the 2004 and it's kind of like resurrecting the blue one. Need to get like a Mugen wing and some other little parts. We got this going. What you want to do first is get this bracket on with the 14 mil, and then kind of finagle your way to get this 17 mil bolt through, and then put on this back end piece. It's a little tricky, especially by yourself, like trying to manage and get the coil in itself. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I kind of beat it up a little bit, which I'm kind of fucking annoyed about, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. Probably gonna keep these forever until they, you know, blow. Yeah, it's my problem. Yeah, let me just get this going in. I just wanted to update y'all just kind of how the procedure of going about it. It's a little tedious, you know, having to try to put your foot down on this and leverage that and pull in here and yada yada. So yeah, just take your time, try not to get frustrated.
Oh my god.
That magnet shit, bro. All right, guys, so we were finally able to, you know, get it done and whatnot. You know, I had to take a little break. You know, you feel me? Come on. I literally was about to drop it, and then I was like, oh shit, I need the GoPro, guys. I need the GoPro. Is it enough? It's not enough. But I mean, dude, we have so much room. Like, I have quite a bit of extra room to go lower, I'm pretty sure. So
for now, it's good.
I got a long weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, so your boy probably is gonna max out these coilovers this weekend and go from there. So guys, this is one of the main things you should do when you first buy a car or Acura Tsx. You have to lower it. You need to buy yourself some coilovers, because this car stock height looks crazy. Some other cars, they look all right. For some reason, they made this one kind of higher, monster trucking. Yeah. Now she's lowered on Teen Flex Z's that I purchased for a steal a couple months ago. So I guess it was just like prepping. I was marinating it, you know, I was just like pre-planning for this. It's been a long video. These are some of the things that you should do when you first buy a car or an Acura Tsx. Drain the fluids, check it, go over your car, and just do your due diligence. Due diligence, you know, you feel me? Respectfully. So with that being said, this is the first mod on the TSX. I couldn't leave it alone, you know me, you know, I have to touch it. Some people were like, hey, just leave it, let it be, man, let it be for a little bit. The next day, here I am, you know. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in with this video. Stay tuned for next for more updates with this one, what we're gonna do with the daily, but more importantly, I need to get working on the rebuild on the 07 black one and get that show on the road.
Which we have the dashboard.
Yeah, I gotta finish up the dashboard, and I got the front clip, JDM front clip radiator support, so I gotta start spot welding, drilling all those, and get that separated. Stay tuned, there's a lot coming. We gotta get busy, so peace.
I never take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off.